And it's time for some coaching.
Oh, there you are. Welcome. Come on in. Don't be shy.
And there you are. Welcome. Come on in, guys. Don't be shy. Come on in. Good to see everybody. Fabulous to see everybody. Good to see you guys. I'm a couple minutes late. You guys are probably used to that. But I'm trying to be better. It's so good to see everybody. Happy Sunday or Monday, wherever you are on this beautiful, beautiful pale blue dot in the universe. And it's wonderful to be here, guys. It's other Sundays we do a Latchcom. Today we're doing Planetary Union coaching, and usually I do the coaching on a weekday. When I've done it, I've always done it on a weekday, but I was feeling it. I was feeling it today, and we're in the pre-launch for getting ready for the pre-launch of Inspiration, and it felt like a coaching day. And I will get to that. But first, let's see who's in here. First, Arg was in here, of course. Yeah, it kind of looks like Peach in the thumbnail. Hey, Nemesis of Eden. I hope you're doing well too, my friend. And you even said hi to Arg. And hello, Sandra Feliciano. And Raymond is not far behind, I'm sure. Our favorite pilot in the friendly skies, pilots in the friendly skies, Sandra and Raymond. Good to see you guys. JRC, good to see you, man. It was great to see JRC dressed up as a TOS captain yesterday on the Mombi stream. And I gotta say, you look like a pretty convincing captain there, my friend. Maybe even admiral someday. Good to see you, my friend, and loving your I love your profile picture there, of course. Chaplain in Starfleet, JRC. John Beagle Dad, what's up, man? Oh, I saw you said you sent me something. I haven't seen it yet. But hopefully John is going to be sharing some what is it? John is going to be sharing some Beagle pics at some point with us. So he shared them with me, and adorable. You got a tough time ahead of you choosing your Beagle there, my friend. Oh, Colleen, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for putting in the Inspiration channel up there. Yeah, we are simulcasting, and I think in a couple of months from now, you guys, it's going to be night and day between when we finally launch Inspiration. And it's been hard behind the scenes to get everything done, but we're doing a lot. And you guys will end up seeing that with the Inspiration platform that's going to be put up. So, and I want to include all you people, all you friends in it, of course. So, Colleen, and I have to get back to you. Well, I have to get back to you. I've gotten back to you. I have to connect with you, my friend. So thank you for putting that up. And Brother Lee, a distant relative of the brilliant catcher Carlton Fisk, of course. Actually, I'm not. I'm just making that up. I'm just a big fan of Carlton Fisk. So Brother Lee is in the house. Good to see you, Brother Lee. I hope you're having a wonderfully pasteurized weekend. Former pastor and Brother Lee. Good to see you, my friend. Um, Dark Helmet sniffs your finger. I guess that's out of context, or does that mean he was bored waiting? I think that means he was bored waiting. And John DeMarco reading to his favorite dolphin, and of course with all his Luminites, my Luminite clip. What did I do with my Luminite clip? I keep thinking I've got to put in a Luminite. Oh, the reason is every time I go to do it, I'm like, I got to eliminate clips to put in clips. So I got to figure out which one to eliminate to put in my Luminite clip for John. Good to see you, Mr. DeMarco. One of our favorite bearded men on YouTube here. And lightning bolts. Well, you read my mind. I can't say how you read my mind, but those lightning bolts are reading my mind right now. Hey, CJH. Good to see you, CJH. Pull my finger. Oh, you guys. Wow. Peach being a few minutes late really sparks your imaginations. Hello to everybody saying hello to each other. Hello, Miss Colleen. I got invested in an emergency kit. Smoke's getting strong in the air. Is it? Really? Oh. What? Potato. The gaming, is that really you? Is that really you, my friend? Is it? All right, well, it's good to know. That's good to know. Okay. Launch will be awesome. Lee has a lot of faith. Brother Lee has a lot of faith in me, which is in us and in our project. So he's an inspiration. He is an inspiration, literally, to inspiration. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Sorry for not reaching out in a while. I'm not in a good place, but don't want to bring. No, my friend. No. Guys, do me a favor. Whenever one of us is not in a good place, everybody take a second and put in some hearts there for our gaming pirate friend, Mr. Potato. He used to be Mr. Potato. Put in some hearts in the chat for our friend Potato. Yeah, Potato Revan or Gaming Pirates. I hope you get in a better place, my friend. Show him some hearts, guys. Show him some hearts. No, you're not bringing the chat down, my friend. Whenever anybody needs a lifting, when anybody needs a lift, say it, and we're gonna share the love. And Lady Mist, good to see you, my friend. Awesome to see you. And the wonderful Lady Mist is in the house, of course. So, yep. Good to see you, Lady.
What is that now, Misty Gal?
Wow, that was early, Yarg. You're already saying hi to Lady Mist? Man, you guys need to get a room. Jeez. All right. I'm sorry, Lady Mist. I hope you don't. She's a sport. She doesn't mind. But Professor Brainy Specs, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. Missing your history streams, my friend. I was thinking the other day, missing your history streams. And Maria, Maria, do me a favor. Put in a link to your stream yesterday with Cameron Pasha. Now, our friend Cameron, who most of you guys know from, well, he's been all over the place, but he's been a lot on Midnight's Edge and on Doomcock, and he used to be on with Gil a lot. And do me a favor, put in a link to that stream, Maria, because Cameron is making a film. He's a writer producer, and he's making a brand new film about Marilyn Monroe for her 100th birthday, which is next year, and her 99th birthday. was last week, a few days ago, I think, and Maria was celebrating it with Cameron yesterday. It was a great stream. The wonderful thing about the streams that Maria has with Cameron is that they're so informative. And Maria is a wonderful host. And she was, of course, wearing her cowboy hat, her cowgirl hat, and we even got to see Francesca come out for a second there on a break when he was giving during the seventh inning stretch for Cameron. But long story. Okay, my friend. Well, lots of hearts to you. Lots of hearts to our friend Potato and Gaming Pirate. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Well, I hope that improves quickly, my friend. I hope that improves quickly. Okay. Yeah. Well, DM me. Sure. Let me know how you're doing. Sips my whiskey. Dark Helmet sipping whiskey. And hearts. More hearts for our friend Gaming Pirate. Can you tell? All right. Well, I maybe you change. I'm not sure why you changed your name. Maybe you changed your name for a reason. You'll let me know. Streamer got too expensive. I want to do more lives on weekends when I'm free, but it's too expensive. And also on top of that, I can't stick to a niche and consistency. I just can't do it. Yeah, that's been a problem for me a lot too. CJH. Yeah. Need a lift, elevator emoji. That's a good one, Colleen. And our friend in the personal development field there. That is a great idea. Elevator emoji. Awesome. That's awesome, Colleen. Hey, Connie. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, by the way, I have the awesome pleasure of finally seeing my friend Connie on camera yesterday. It was a wonderful surprise. You were great on camera, my friend. You were. I know you guys were just like watching a movie, but it was wonderful to see you. It was wonderful to see you, Connie. Awesome, charming young lady. I work now as I also can't do the daily video. Okay, yeah, that's hard. Yeah, at times I have contemplated doing the daily video, and that's a commitment right there. That's hard. I'd rather be authentic than put out the same 500. Yeah. Upgrade the channel. Yeah. Let me see 1 second. Hold on a second. Let me just check one thing. I know. Okay. So, all right. I was going to suggest something for. I was going to talk to you guys briefly about, but that's for a different stream. I'm going to say that the Boosterfi thing seems to be operating and doing well again. We'll talk about it in a different stream. This is a personal growth stream. Okay, so yes, more hearts for Potato Gaming Pirate. Potato, I like that, Potato Gaming Pirate. Yeah, that is the link to Maria's stream. Go check it out. It was very interesting. I still go by Tater. Okay. All right. Now, let's get to business. And today we're talking about little personal development. And I think that, yeah. So the AI version of Peach. Let's put up the AI version of Peach in the green uniform. There you go. The AI version of Peach in the green uniform. All right, let's go to let's talk a little bit about hacks. I feel like, and the reason I say hack is just because it really, what we're going to talk about really is something for people to um, advance themselves in a quicker way. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times, a lot of times, let me just say lately, I'm seeing a lot of people who are stuck. And I've always seen people who are stuck, especially if you're, in psychology, personal growth. Colleen, I'm sure knows a lot about this. Um, you see a lot of people, and Reverend Shinzai does too. You see a lot of people who are stuck, who feel stuck. And they'll even tell you, I feel stuck, or I feel like I'm not advancing. And it happens to us too. Now, one of the things so the reason I want to talk about this today is because I think this helps people um, surpass this phase. And a lot of times we're stuck because we have yet to work a few things out. And sometimes there needs to be work done, inner work done, outer work done with other people. Mostly it's usually within ourselves. But talking, we were talking about living in victory today, and I'm going to start to talk about that. But the reason I want to talk about living in victory is because people feel stuck. Do you feel stuck? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel like you're not making progress? Do you feel like you're on a treadmill? Do you feel like you're not advancing? Do you feel like you're going you're going the wrong way up that escalator and you're not making any progress? Something like that. Um, so, and guys, that's Sandra's channel. That's Raymond's channel. Make sure you guys are subbed, please, and please use your wrenches as we talk about the topic for today. So, how many of you guys in the chat, let me know. Like, just give me a raise your hand, or give me a hand gesture, or give me a Vulcan salute, or whatever you want to do. Give me some kind of hand gesture in the chat if you have recently felt stuck. And I am going to be the first to admit that I often, and this is also because I also want to do a lot of stuff. Like I'm pretty busy usually, and I usually want to get a lot done. And so a lot of times things come up that make me feel stuck. So I'm the first one to raise my hand. I often feel stuck. Okay. I often feel stuck. And and so I'm asking you guys, and feel free to share. Um, and yeah, and all of us feel stuck. So it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to talk about it because we all feel stuck. And I'm glad to see CJH is giving an affirmative, and Mr. Friend Tater, he says, raise your hand. It's in your DMs. Okay. And hey, Philip, good to see you, Philip Demick. He's given us a hand up as well, and Brother Lee as well. So, and I will be the first. I will be the first. Like, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be completely honest. I actually thought I actually thought we would be done with pre-launch, and we would be well into inspiration activities on the platform. So by June 1st. But you know what? Unexpected unexpected obstacles come up, right? And it's okay. Stuff comes up, but and thank you, Professor Brady Specs, for also raising your hand, and Brother Lee. So, but like I said, most of the work we have to do is interior work, right? Actually, in general, I say that all of the work is interior work, which can have consequences in some exterior actions, right? Towards with other people. But I want you guys to remember, all of you guys raise your hand, and everybody else is listening, and everybody who's listening on the replay, I want you guys to remember, moments in your life where you have felt that moment of victory or that moment of success, that moment of, and everybody has felt it at some point, in some way, in various ways. We've all felt it, right? And there are things that are coming to my mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Oh, excuse me. I need to plug in my computer. 1 second. I can't believe I forgot. 1 second. Okay. So, hey, Positive Candor. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see Positive Candor. Hey. Um, and so we all remember times. We all remember times where we have felt a certain level of success, and how did you feel like when you did that? And I'm remembering right now about having as a as a kid or a teenager having won like one of a sports trophy or something, or or having, really aced a test, or um other, or another personal moment of satisfaction and success and victory on some level. You guys can all remember that, right? Professor Brainy Specs can remember a moment, and Colleen can remember a moment, and oh, and by the way, Colleen says obstacles or opportunities, and that is a fantastic way of looking at it, because, and thank you for saying that, actually, because an obstacle. So, for example, I gave the example of having I wanted to have the inspiration platform up and running already. And so, do you see the obstacle as an opportunity? Do you make do you make lemonade from lemons? Do you, can you, does life happen to you or for you? Right? Think about that. Does life happen to you or for you? And I love, I love the obstacles or opportunities comment, because every obstacle can become an opportunity. Now, I'm going to give the example of the launch of Inspiration platform. I don't mean the streams or the channel, right? I mean the platform. We have a very expensive platform that we were putting up for the community, and it's been years of work. But so, what's the opportunity? What opportunity can I derive from the setback? Um, Refining. I can do refining of some ideas. I can go over everything that was set to go, and go over it one more time and see if we can better it somehow, and see how we can better the experience, and see how we're going to come up with more content and more opportunities and more features, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, obstacles are opportunities, guys. And obstacles are the opportunity. Obstacles are the doorway to further success, says Brother Lee. And yeah, I'm loving your positivity, guys. And of course, every every cloud has its silver lining, and every obstacle has an opportunity. Now, it doesn't have to be. I want I want you guys to think, like, sometimes we come across obstacles because subconsciously we've attracted them somehow. Somehow we've we've attracted, and somehow like we go on this endeavor and we think that this endeavor has to be challenging, and it doesn't necessarily have to be challenging. What if it's easy? What if it's easy to, what if it came easier? And maybe we have to let go of a few things and do some inner work, and try to like cancel out or pay attention to some fears and say, listen, I don't need you anymore. These concerns or worries and fears, and yeah, pops, we grow in pain. And what I'm trying to say here too. Thank you, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, pops. Make sure you put in your use your wrench and put in your channel, my friend. Um, and yes, we grow from pain and we grow from obstacles. I also want you guys to realize that it doesn't have to be hard necessarily. Things don't have to be hard necessarily. Now, if they are hard, we learn from it, right? And it's okay if we learn from it, and we have obstacles and challenges. We learn from it, and we can grow from that. Now, I do want you guys to realize, though, that things don't necessarily have to be that hard. Sometimes people make things very hard. Sometimes people make things very hard. Sometimes people attract situations, or they have the expectation that reaching a goal is going to be ridiculously challenging. And what if it's not that challenging? There's always a challenge. There's always an obstacle. There's always something, right? But what if it's not that as difficult as you thought it was going to be? What if it's easier? What if what if the, what if your inner you could think a different expectation? Hey, I'm sure I'm going to have to do something. I'm sure I'm going to have to make some effort. I'm sure, but what if it just falls in my lap to some extent? What if it's not that hard? Right? As long as I, do my basic, my the basic work I need to do for it. I believe also that when things get tough, the obstacles seem impossible is a sure sign that you are on the right track. Let me read that again. I believe also that when things get tough, the obstacles seem impossible is a sure sign that you are on the right track. It can be. It can be. Yes, Brother Lee. Um, and Colleen says, you get to choose how you perceive and react to things. Yeah. Now, um, let's say you come across a small obstacle on your way to wherever you want to go, right? On your way to a goal, on your way to whatever, to whatever. How you react to that small obstacle. All right, you know what? I'm going to take care of it. Boom. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to come on it head on. And I'm just going to take care of it. And now that's one way to react to it. Another way to react to it, like, holy shit. Oh my God. Here we go. You see the obstacle, and here we go. There's problems. There's problems coming already. That's another way to react to it. The first way to react to it is hit it straight on and take care of the business, and don't get emotionally down, and don't start to think, oh, this is the first of many problems to come, right? So how you react to stuff is going to influence, what's coming up next. That's so true, PJ. It doesn't always have to be, hard, I guess. Struggle is not necessary. Yeah, the struggle. Well, one of the things that, and there's a lot of wisdom in the chat here today. There's Brother Lee and Colleen are giving some good ideas here, and there's a lot of wisdom in everybody in the chat. And one of the things that you might realize as you get older, and especially if you're in personal growth, or you're helping people in spiritually or emotionally or psychology or whatever, like what Colleen is saying here, doesn't necessarily have to be a struggle. Doesn't necessarily have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be hard. Yeah. Thanks, Lee. Um, Not an obstacle or an opportunity, a journey that sometimes is a challenge, but now I have found it a joy. Each day, it's just one more chance to enjoy it to the fullest until it ends, as all journeys must. Well, that is a very, very optimistic way, my friend. And yeah, it is a journey. Um, Life is a journey, and I do want to say, I do want to really reiterate, though. I do want to really reiterate, and what Lady Mist is saying is fabulous because I'm going to read it again. A journey that sometimes is a challenge, but now I have found it a joy each day. Is just one more chance to enjoy to the fullest until it ends, as all journeys must. Um, make lemonade from lemons, guys. If you've been dealt something, try to do it to your best, and it doesn't mean you can't better it. It doesn't mean it can't get any better. It doesn't mean it can't get better. It can get better on many different levels. But then that just starts a new adventure into the unknown. Yes. Thank you, Lady Mist. Lots of wisdom in the chat, guys. Emotions can be great information as you ask yourself why you feel that way. Absolutely. Yeah. So when you see that first obstacle and you start to like you're on your journey, right? You're on your journey toward a goal, for example. And you see that first obstacle, that second, maybe a second obstacle, and you feel like, oh, I didn't react so well to it, right? I'm not reacting that well to it. I'm getting a little down, discouraged, whatever. Ask yourself why you feel that way. Maybe that's absolutely correct. And you know what? I'm going to say this. This is very interesting because when we're on a journey to a goal, right? Or to better ourselves, to better our lives, or whatever. One of the things that's funny about life is that life says, hey, are you sure you want to better your life? Are you sure you want to go to that goal? Here's a few obstacles in your way. Now, how you react to those obstacles make it either a surmountable obstacle or an insurmountable obstacle. And it also determines whether you're going to get more obstacles. And life has a way of testing you, almost like it's kind of life has its own it's its own force. It's a test, right? And I like to think of it, and I've heard other people talk this way before, but I like to think about you in this way. You're trying to get to a goal. You're trying to step into an alternative reality, right? On a parallel universe of yourself that has that goal, that where that goal is a reality. And when you're stepping out into that parallel universe where that goal is a reality, a lot of times the parallel universe you were just in, or you're still in, and you still got one foot in there, will say, hey, are you sure about that? Like, look at this obstacle. You're going to look at this problem. And life tests you, right? Life tests you. And I call it an echo of that parallel universe that you were in. And now you're trying to step into another parallel universe. And I think that I like the idea of the parallel universes because I like the idea of the fact that every possibility has already been planned out. Every possibility has already been planned out, and that probably every possibility is going on right now. And you just have to decide which possibility which parallel universe you want to continue in, right? Sorry, I'm really going on in this parallel universe talk, but that is something that they call in personal development. They call it quantum jumping, right? That was made famous by Bert Goldman. Very nice gentleman. Um, be in joy of the experience. Yes, yes. Um, be in joy of the experience. Yes, yes. It is wisdom. Very. Thank you for that wisdom, Lady Mist. We have to be careful when we get into a mindset that life has to be hard if we want to succeed. So not true. Oh, so no, we have wait. We have to be careful. We can get into a mindset that life has to be hard. Yeah, we want to succeed. So not true. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I had to reread it there. Um, so not true, says Brother Lee. Yeah, and absolutely, it does not have to be. It does not have to be difficult. And as soon as we start, listen, as soon as we start thinking, "Oh my God, this is insurmountable," what does that sound like? What does it sound like to you guys and all this challenge, these obstacles are insurmountable? It's going to be impossible. You start sounding like a victim, right? And when you start sounding like a victim, you start inviting, you start taking on the identity of being a victim, and more shit is going to come your way. You're just facilitating more crap to come your way. Even different crap is going to come your way. And I hate to talk this way, but I want to be blunt about it. Um, and let me catch up a little bit with the chat. Life has to be hard. It's just a program that can be changed and easily too. Yeah, and listen, I'm going to be blunt about this. There's people out there who would love everybody to think life has to be hard. They would love for everybody to think life has to be hard. Because what happens if everybody thinks that way? It's easier to control everybody. People are engaged and distracted with just getting by on their very hard life, right? Um, so it doesn't have to be that hard. Actually, everybody, everybody, and everybody in this chat, and everybody who's listening on the replay, everybody who to make their lives better and easier, and a lot better and easier even. It has to do with the paradigm, what we got going on in our head, right? And life is testing you, or life is a test. It's also a choice to see or label the experience in a certain way. Does believing it's a test serve you? Do you want to live a life that is full of tests? That's a good point. That's a good point. And thank you, Colleen. And that is why sometimes that is why I prefer to um, well, inadvertently we all come up with these challenges, right? When we're trying to go to a new path, and it seems like we're trying to take a new path, and life seems to kind of bring us back, and it can seem like a test, and it doesn't have to be like a test. I personally prefer to think of it just as an echo of that old timeline that I was just stepping out of, and it's an echo, and you can just acknowledge it and be like, you know what, I see the echo. You can call it a test. You can call it an echo, whatever you want to call it. I see that echo and I don't need it. And you might have to do something to take care of it, right? But it doesn't. If the more importance you give it, the more you're grounding yourself into the old paradigm, right? Into the old universe. Amen, Colleen. Lots of wisdom in the chat, guys. Loving it. Thank you. Just make sure you don't end up in the parallel universe where the Borg have taken over. Yeah. Oh, that like the parallel universe where like that really shabby Riker was, right, John? Captain Riker, really shabby Captain Riker, who's like, we can't go back. We can't go back to our universe, right? That's the one you're talking about, right, John? I know that's the one you're talking about. Yes, we appreciate all of you guys. Andy, our friend Andy. And today's stream is brought to you by Yafit, created by Andy. And this wonderful Yafit. And I have to talk to Andy. I have to talk to a lot of you guys. So this is a wonderful, wonderful Yafit that Andy made for us. And he gave away several. for a fundraiser we did, and just a amazing talent. Our friend Andy Masterson, and before I forget, yeah, sometimes I want to call you Andy, but I think it's not a good time. I'm not sure when to call, so I'm going to reach out to you, my friend. So people. Oh, Andy, put in your channel. Make sure you guys are using your wrenches and putting in your channel, my friend. People want you to stay down on their level or lower, so they can control you because they had it hard. You have to also. My brothers and sisters, throw off that label and run with your life. So I do want to say this too. Now, apart from elites wanting to control people and have their lives be difficult, what Lee is talking about here is that misery loves company, and misery loves company, and sometimes you want to think about who you're surrounding yourself with. And there's that, that there in personal growth, there's that rule of five. Like, who are the five people you the most spend time with, and those are going to be the ones that influence you the most. So I like thinking that it is an echo, like the momentum of the old energy pattern you've stepped out of. Yeah, I really like it, Colleen, and I know it's popular in some some of these mystical Gaia environments. I've always been very attracted, since I was a kid, really, to the whole parallel universe idea. And but we got to talk. We got to talk, my friend. We got to talk, Colleen. Hopefully, we can have a chat soon. Cryptic Charm, good to see you, my friend. Good to see Cryptic. No, you're not late. We're ready to start now that you're here. We're ready to start. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. See, I know what John's talking about. Yeah, I can still see the disheveled Riker, and they end up destroying that Enterprise, don't they? There wasn't even a Picard on that Enterprise. The Borg were only interested in improving quality of life. That's funny, Philip. I guess that's true. I guess that's true, right? Excuse me. That's funny. That's funny. Good to see you, Philip. Um, um, I like the species the way it is. Say hi to Raymond, by the way, Sandra, when you see him. Colleen, echo of old energy coming back to you is exactly that. Perfect description. Thanks, Colleen. Crab mentality. I've been there. So listen, I want to take this a step into the positive direction. Okay. But before we do that, okay. Everybody in the chat who raised their hand before, everybody in the chat, give me an example of an obstacle that seems like a setback, like one step forward, two steps back. And I'm going to give you the first to give an example. Okay. So, and it doesn't, if you guys didn't raise your hand for it, it's okay. Anybody who feels like it, give an example. And I'm going to give I'm going to give one good example. I'm going to give one good example, which has happened a lot to me. It's happening less though, since I shifted my mentality. I'm going to give a really good example. So I'm working on a project, and a lot of the projects I work on are self-financed, and so my finances have a lot to do with the success of the project. And so a setback to getting a project off the ground often has been, and this is what it's like being an entrepreneur. A common setback for me has been, and I'm going to share it, has been trying to get a new project off the ground as an entrepreneur. And you're ready to do this, you're ready to do that, and you just get like hit with a big bill. Something like completely unexpected, like something it was not on your radar. And either you forgot about it, or your car broke down, or whatever it is, right? And just a big, huge bill that you did not expect. And that is like a one of these challenges, setbacks that come up that are unexpected. Um, so I want everybody to share a an example of a setback on your way to some goal. Share an example, and getting hit with an unexpected, for me, trying to get an entrepreneurial project off the ground, getting hit with an unexpected expense. That's my example. Um, they were seeking perfection, and by perfection, a lot of metal parts. The Borg is just still talking about the Borg. Isn't it weird how we evolved as a species, dragged ourselves from the ocean, survived the dinosaurs, and became us? I think I failed my exams, redid them at college, and met the three best friends I've had my entire life. Oh, that's awesome. Um, I failed my second year of uni, retook with an English degree, and now I have a BA in English Lit and a master's in creative writing. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic, Cryptic. Oh, a writer in the house. So, guys, give us a few examples. Try to give an example of a setback that you may have had. Um, give us an example of a setback. I might give another one. So, an unexpected expense. And if you guys want to give the same example, that's fine too. It's a very common example. Problem for the board: perfection cannot be factory issued, and 100% factory warranty is no guarantee of happiness. A Phantom Outsider. That's funny. That's funny. Um, what do you guys think? Um, what do you guys think? Let's see. I'm going to give another example. Let's see. Another setback. Um, all right. Here's a good setback. I'm working on a project, right? I'm working on a project where people are helping me, right? And I'm working on a project where people are helping me, and um, like, you expect something to be done, right? People are helping me, so like, you expect something to be done. You're working on other stuff, and you're going to put together everything for something that's it's going to come together, and for something, maybe an event, maybe a meeting, maybe a whatever it is, right? And you get there and you've done your part, and for some reason the other person on this project either didn't understand or completely understood what you explained to them in a whole different way. And so you've done your part, you've worked your area, and now you're putting the pieces together on this teamwork, and the pieces don't fit because somebody either didn't understand or didn't understand the concept of what you guys were doing, or what the concept of their part, or whatever. So that's another example of a setback for me. And I know I'm talking in very entrepreneurial terms, right? I can tell. And the easiest way to defeat the Borg would be to inject a notice of factory recall into their system, forcing them all back to pre-factory specs, being drones and just following blindly. Easy win. That's funny. That's cute. That's funny, Phantom. That's funny. That's funny. Um, all right. So now I want. All right. So if anybody wants to give another example of a setback, um, that they might have, of an obstacle that they might have. So I've given the unexpected bill, the unexpected expense, the miscommunication and teamwork somehow, that things weren't where they should be. Um, what do you guys think? And of course, that doesn't happen with the Borg. No, it doesn't happen with the Borg, because the Borg, we are Borg, right? We are one, right? Doesn't happen with the Borg. But I do want to say that Hold on a sec. I actually had an obstacle about this stream as I had resistance to the word victory. Really? Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. And I love that you guys can be vulnerable and share, and it means a lot, you guys. So I had to work through that before I chose to participate in the stream tonight. That's interesting. That's interesting, Colleen. Um, and we're gonna get to the victory part. That's interesting. You share that. Thank you for sharing that. Do you know what it was about the word victory? You don't have to share it with us, but do you know what it was about the word victory that was holding you back? Was it, well, do you know what it was to you, what it meant to you that was holding you back? Um, Thank you for sharing that, Colleen. It means a lot. You're sharing that. Um, I'm no one in the world of business. I can't stomach the hustle for every good idea. There's an Elizabeth Holmes. um, I understand. I understand yeah, that can be it can be that the need of that level of hustle in business can feel like a setback. To have to deliver. Some people seem to be very, very productive, right? Some people very, very productive. Oh, losing your driver's license. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Philip. Yeah. What if you? Yeah, imagine losing like an essential document, right? Like your driver's license or your passport or um, your some form of ID, right? Yeah, losing your driver's license. That's definitely a setback, and of course, and something that has to be taken care of, right? Well, thank you, Philip. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Well, I had an unexpected event with a 1 year anniversary in August. Is on August 6th, 2024. My work put me on admin leave, and I decided to retire me due to advanced hip arthritis. Oh yeah, you mentioned some about this, I think. Um, and you're working out. I think you were working out the details of your retirement, right? Um, Now, could it be a good thing, if you work out the details you want for the right retirement, right? If I recall correctly. Yeah, I'm currently waiting on pension Social Security to kick in, likely by September, likely of a government. Oh, okay, that's great. Okay. I see. I see. I see. Now, possibly, we're talking about obstacles and opportunity. Possibly, this could mean a new start and it could mean a new start in a way that you didn't expect, which might be positive. Phantom, maybe. An example of setback would be working to grow your channel to reach the monetization requirements and then being denied anyway. Ooh, yeah. Did that happen to you, John? Did that happen? Really? Um, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I do know people who that's happened to. I do know people who that's happened to. Yes, my friend. Oh, yeah, that is frustrating. It was an emotional thing I had to clear, but mentally it was that the word victory was about competition, war, defeat, struggle, and I prefer to have you succeed. I see. I see. I see. I see. I understand. Okay. Um, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It could mean to some people, it could mean competition. Um, and in this case, for this stream, for the succeed, yeah. Um, I want the feeling in this stream to be truly about victory because um, completely and absolutely overcoming. And we're going to get to the feeling of victory in a little bit. I want it to be absolutely and overcoming everything, like true, like. And the reason I want us to mentally go there, emotionally go there, is because when you emotionally go to that moment of, and yes, it is success, it is succeeding, but I want to, and we can just be synonymous with that. Um, Thank you for sharing this, Colleen. This is very, very good points of conversation. Very excellent points of conversations for the stream. I always hated managers at corporate jobs that try to motivate us through wartime jargon, like it's against them. We have allies and enemies. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And actually, um, so a personal victory. Um, I want this to feel like a personal victory. Like a. I want you guys when we get there in a few moments. I want us to be about satisfaction. I want us to feel about celebrating. I want it to be about um, feeling success, feeling you've accomplished. So you've succeeded. You've accomplished. That's the feeling I want to get to, and we'll get there in a little bit. Thank you for sharing that, Colleen. I absolutely understand what you're saying. I absolutely, and yeah, we want to be the idea. My idea with using that word is about to be um, personally successful, personally victorious, right? Um, be victorious on a personal level. It's not about other people. But there are, I want us now, we're going to talk a little bit about it. So I'm currently waiting on pension. Oh yeah. Okay. I hope you get exactly what you want and what you're looking for, Phantom. I hope you do. Since then I have found alternate methods of support for the channel that don't go through YouTube. Oh, so that did happen to you, John. Okay. I wasn't sure. Also, victory is fleeting, is something that came up for me during the stream. Like, I don't want to be chasing a feeling in the future. I want to choose to feel good and focus on now. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. And the reason I want to take us there in a little bit, I want us to take us to a moment of victory, um, is because I want us to step into a moment in our lives. I want us to step into a moment or various moments of our lives and to be in that moment, to be in that moment. And if it's fleeting, it's almost better because um, I want us to live in the glory of that moment. I want to take us there, and we're going to step in. We're going to take us there, and bringing up some excellent points. Thank you, Colleen. So far, it's just still feels really odd as I have never not worked, but who knows? I'm looking into various things. What a field? Can I ask what field you're in, Phantom? If you feel like things to be mischievous, and if I actually threw up a few comic book reviews, and I'm currently starting to digitalize our copies and making them more accessible. Oh, cool. Okay. Does success victory have to be this elevated emotion? It's a big jump for me. I rather it just feel like the next logical emotional step, like it's a natural. That makes sense. Absolutely, I understand. So the reason I am addressing this today is because with certain people, unless they see the contrast of how they feel now to the contrast of feeling that the ecstasy of that moment of success and victory, unless they see that contrast, they won't. That contrast will help them step out of where they are. Is one of the things I want to get to. I totally understand what you're saying, but I get where you're going on with the concept. Living in the end, living in the end, cultivating that emotion of already having it, that already done. Yeah, basically, yeah, Colleen. We got to talk. We got to sit down for coffee, my friend. We got to sit down for coffee. I will see that we connect soon. Absolutely, we need to connect. I already celebrated getting back to normal by making my baking and pancakes. There you go. Great statement. And listen, celebrating. I do want. We're talking about being in victory and success. I want the idea of celebration of the moment to be there. And thank you for the I love the pancakes idea. A manifestation of the celebration. Excellent. Thank you, Philip. Great comment, Colleen. Succeeding is a natural in life, always moving into the next level of succession in life. Competitive victory only means we put someone else down to step up. That's not success, says Lee. Success for me is also bringing those around me up into success as also. Absolutely. Thank you, Lee. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And Lee is very good. Lee is very good about thinking about others. He's a giver in many ways. Exactly, Lee. So much of society makes us think we have to compare ourselves to others. When we all do better, we all do better. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is really why I mean personal victory. And it's not about it's not about being better than someone else. It's 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 about you with yourself. Success is living successfully. Success is not a one-time achievement. It's a lifestyle. Now, doing genealogy and looking at people I know online do so much better. It hits you hard and you see what my ancestors did. I say to myself, what have I done? I do want to address this. Listen, there are systems. There are systems in our society that are made to hold us back. And I don't want to get all like deep state paranoid stuff on here, but there are aspects of our society that have been made to hold people back. And you would be surprised to what extent that stuff like that has happened to hold people back. Some of it is obvious, some of it is not. Some of it is not obvious. There's many aspects of society that have been meant to hold people back. So the first thing we need to do is don't be hard on ourselves. And the second thing we need to do is to say, hey, how am I contributing? How am I contributing? And your contribution might be to accept a society norm. Maybe that society norm is holding you back. I mean, it might be a very subtle thing. The best leaders are those who inspire and work alongside their teams. They don't put themselves on a pedestal as if they are better than others. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You lead by example. You are part of the team. And, whoa, what happened there? That was weird. I didn't think I did anything. I didn't do anything. That's weird. What happened? Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep on. I'll stay on camera. I'm big. Oh, okay. So, absolutely, Colleen. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely. Yeah. The best leaders are leading by example. And they're leading by example, and they're part of their team, and they're leading their team, and they know their position in the hierarchy of the team, but they're not afraid of getting their hands dirty, and they're also good at delegating because the good leader, if at some point, if you don't delegate, you're not leading because you can't do everything. And there's leaders who want to do everything for their subordinates all the time, and they end up not being a good leader because they can't do everything, and they end up being overwhelmed too. The working government, I only found that if you did your best at whatever, then that was a success. Excuse me. Working government, I only found that if you did your best at whatever, then that was a success. I was very good at my job, so much of that. The county I worked for was the only one that sued for a backlog. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I hear you. Understand. Captain on. Hey, DJ Ronnie. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see DJ Ronnie. Good to see you. Not a real DJ Ronnie. Good to see you, my friend. We need to chat soon. Um, a backlog of land records not recorded in a timely fashion. Some counties had months-long delays. When I left my county, it was day to day. If it came in, it was recorded that day. You're an ace. So Phantom was an ace and is an ace. um, yep, like Dick Winters, follow me. um, and yeah, we're talking about leaders. That's what I love about He feels successful when he. It is part of it is part, and Lee is this way too, and I assume there are other people in the chat who might feel this way too. Yeah, helping others is part of my purpose, right? Lee would say that too. Helping others is part of your purpose, and helping others makes you feel successful because makes us feel successful, rightly, because our purpose is to help others, right? Exactly. Inspiration. Leader is a balance between doing the work and delegating well. Yeah. So I want to take you guys. Let me just catch up really quick with this chat. I want to take us to the next step. The office also handled mail out to the public. I kind of knew I was getting retired as they decided to buy a machine to handle all. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I understand. Now, but this can be an opportunity. How is this an opportunity for you, Phantom? How is retirement an opportunity? What do you want to focus on? What can you focus on in retirement? That would be awesome to be focusing on. Huh? What do you think? I'm sure you got something in the back of your head. I'm sure you might already be doing it. It sounds like you're starting to have some fun doing stuff, right? So one Phantom gone, need two humans and machine to replace. I gotcha. Family to a mushy old grandpa. Okay. All right. I want you to step, each of you, and each of you here, and the lurkers as well. I see you lurkers out there, our friend the lurkers, and you're all friends. Sometimes we don't feel like chatting. I want everybody to start thinking. I want us to be able to step into victory, step into that moment of victory. I want us all to remember moments, more than one. Think about it. And if people can feel free to share, think about a moment of personal victory. Now, and I do want it to be victory for a reason. Because Colleen said victory is fleeting. I do want it to be fleeting. I want it to be a moment that we step into, or a series of moments an experience that we step into, right? Like personal satisfaction, a moment of personal victory and personal satisfaction and personal success, something that means a whole lot to you, basically. That's what I want it to feel like. I want you guys to go there, think about a moment. I'm thinking about a moment in the sports competition for me. I'm thinking about a moment where kids are born. I'm thinking about a moment where one of my students who didn't have high expectations from all the other teachers and everybody else in society, won in life. Like they just took a successful path in life. Like somebody who didn't have the cards didn't have it in the cards to have a certain level of quality of life, and they did. Finding out about it, right? And after having helped them many times, right? Those are moments for me. Those are moments of victory in me. Those are moments where personal satisfaction, personal. And I want you guys to think. And if you guys, and anybody can throw in, cue the meditation background music. Yeah. Yeah, I was not prepared for that, but yes, yes. Yeah. I want you guys to think. I want you guys to think a little bit. Maybe we will put on a little meditation music. I want you guys to think for a minute about moments of personal success, personal victory, personal achievement that you have lived in your life. And if anybody wants to share, please do. I've shared a couple. Hey, Donnie Don. Good to see you, my friend Donnie Don. Happy go ahead. Today's Ghostbusters Day. Oh, wow. Thank God yeah, thank God that Donnie's here to tell us these things. I really have no idea currently. I mean, I used to collect comics, but stopped when they went to trash. I'm looking at old stuff. Okay, cool. Well, maybe there's ways to have fun in retirement that are productive and that mean something to you, right? That's a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers picture there. Congrats, Donnie. That's a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers picture. See, I've never thought like that. I just do the job and move on to the next thing. I mean, my family was all like, work, 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 do your job well. There's a lot of us who are good workers, right? And but maybe this is your time. Maybe this is Phantom's time to do something that's been on the back burner, or it's on his bucket list, or wherever. Hey, Sandra. Okay, have a good night, my friend. Say hi to Raymond and Pudgy. DJ says there was the time I graduated high school against all odds after cutting gym class for nearly 4 semesters. Really? Oh, geez. Wow. And you still graduated. My mom took a victory photo. That is a wonderful, and I will echo that, DJ. Yeah, a graduation. A graduation is a moment of personal victory, of personal achievement, of personal success for us, for anybody. And I will echo that as a moment like that as well. Do you ever wonder what they sounded like and what your ancestors' smile looked like? I do wonder about that sometimes. Potato. I do. I do wonder about that. I know you're talking to Colleen, but um, between the restaurants and government, I worked for a temp agency and worked for a container tracking company that was like, we send out bills for like 20 accounts a week. I made it where each person could do 20. Oh, wow. Wow. Other examples, guys. Other examples of personal. Thank you, DJ, for sharing that. That was wonderful. Yeah. Imagine when you graduated from whatever, from junior high or high school or college or whatever it was. Just the feeling of the graduation is a moment of victory, a moment of achievement, a moment of. Now, when I lost weight to get onto a plane, I still have the ticket. When I lost weight, when I lost enough weight to get, oh, that's awesome, Potato. That's awesome, my friend. That is a moment of personal victory. That is. I want you guys to go to those moments that you guys are sharing, the moments that we are all sharing. I want us, and this is why I said this can be a hack. When we start our day, when you start your day, your subconscious is still like when you're just waking up. I want you guys, when you're just waking up, to think about those moments of victory, to think about how when you lost that weight, and that was a long moment, right? That was a lot because that moment persisted in time, right? Gaming Pirates, that moment persisted, having lost that weight, and by the way, that's a great example, and I will echo that as well. That is, there's been moments where I've felt good and I felt better because I had lost that weight, right? And I'm sure that meant a lot to you, Gaming Pirate. I want you guys to step into that moment at the begin. Like, I want you guys to step in there now and tell me what it feels like. Feel what it feels like to be in that moment, and forget what happened today, and forget what happened this morning, and forget what happened during your day, and forget the last crappy thing that happened to you. And if you had a hard day, then forget about it and think about now about living in that moment. Think about living in that graduation. Think about living in that moment of health and satisfaction of losing that weight, and think about that personal moment of victory for you, that personal moment of success and satisfaction. Counts a day, the magic of the form letter, which they apparently never hear of. Go figure. Magic of the form. Okay, which they apparently never hear of. Go figure. I understand. Okay, I was rereading it. I get. I understand. Um, yeah, it sounds like you were very efficient, my friend Phantom. I try not to fixate on that part because I don't want to be like Uncle Rico or Al Bundy thinking about their high school football days. No, I understand, but listen, at that moment for you, at that moment for you, it was important and it felt good. It felt good to you, and you can feel that. You can step into that moment, and you know what that moment feels like. And that moment is going to help you attract more moments. And why I say it's a hack is because I want you to be able, I want you out there to be able to step into that moment of victory, to step into that moment of success and achievement. And how you felt, and how wonderful you felt, and how complete you felt, and how satisfied you felt, and how you felt you could take on the world at that moment. Um, and thank you guys for sharing this, Gaming Pirates and DJ and Captain Phantom Nerd. Good to see the Captain here. Good to see you, Cap. Good to see you, my friend. Captain Fandom Nerd in the house. I do all the time. My great great grandma Isabel, the last of my family to be born in Brazil. I have her surname, but I have no idea what she looked like. Oh, you're talking about, okay, I know. You're continuing the conversation from before. Yeah, we do think about, um, listen, let me add this. You guys are talking, I know you guys are talking about, what did you ever imagine? I think Tater said, do you ever imagine what the smile of your ancestor was like? We don't only have to live in our personal moments of victory. We can also live in moments of victory of friends and family. And we know how important that was when that happened to our aunt or our uncle or a cousin or a brother or sister or our parents or whatever, mom or dad or our children or whatever. We can also live vicariously in that moment, that wonderful moment for that person we love, right? We can step into that as well. Then I was a laser company which built hair removal lasers, but never bothered update their inventory. After that, I was fixed and then put together tech manual for putting. Oh, you're busy, man. You know, you're busy, dude. Wow, you've been busy. Um, oh wow, oh, this sounds like an interesting client session. Colleen is sharing. I know you're talking to Tater. Um, the devices together so they could make a deal with Applied Materials. I was then sent to fix their accounts receivable department, but before they ran out of operating capital and temp agency pulled me along. Okay. Well, you've had a lot of work experience. How do you, and I say this from working with so many entrepreneurs, how do you take your life, Phantom, how do you take your life experience and now put it to work for Phantom in retirement? How do you take your life experience and put it, um, how do you do that? I've seen guys who are retired on social media, sharing their experience in some way or another. So I pose this question to you: how do you take your life experience, your professional experience, your work experience? How do you put that to work for Phantom? And or how do you and in a new endeavor for you, a new activity, and something that will be satisfying and fun? That's a question I pose. It's crazy how unorganized so many places are. These were the big. Oh my God, yeah, it is crazy when you look at quality control and stuff of businesses, and you see how different businesses work. It's absolutely insane how unorganized some businesses or some areas of some businesses can be, and it becomes very noticeable. It becomes very noticeable when the right person uh, goes away, right? Or they leave the job, or they got sick, or they had a baby, or whatever, or they they had an injury and they left work for a little bit, and in their absence, yeah, chaos, chaos. Nemesis, I know I saw you in here before. Sorry, I'm looking currently streaming. Oh, you're streaming. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then do me a favor, Nemesis, but put in your stream in here because I want people to make sure they're subscribed to you, and when we finish, they can go to your stream. Um, please put Nemesis, put in your thing, your link to your stream, to not just to your channel, put it into your stream. We are Uncle Rico and Al Bundy. We are. My ancestors were rebels, and I chose to let them rest. My family has people that I can do. Okay. It's wonderful. Our friend Gaming Pirates Tater is a wonderful, wonderful human being. Oh, Married with Children. I know that one. That Katie Siegel was on that, and that because of Futurama. Never seen it though. Okay, that's very American. I probably related to Michael Collins. He was great. He was my great great grandmother's nephew. When I look at his photo, I'm so proud of my great grandpa. Was there when the UK flag was removed and Irish flag was put up. I assume. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Was raised. Oh, was raised. I'm so proud to be related to these men. And it's good. It's good to be proud. It's good to be proud of. And listen, you just described a moment, and this does have an element of competition, right? But I submit that it can be okay when you can. It can be okay in certain moments to also enjoy those moments as well. Um, there is a moment of personal satisfaction and victory of your ancestor that you can step into emotionally, right? And see, I always just went to the next job and got the next job. This is different. The arthritis really limits my mobility. Now, you seem to be very inclined to social media and YouTube. Now, is there an opportunity there for you? I was looking at those AI does teaching. Those little buggers might be the next thing. AI agents, I think you're saying, right? Okay. Little Phantom AI agents fixing systems all over the place. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Um, Okay, so um, guys, that's Nemesis of Eden's channel, Lady Mist. Thank you, Lady Nemesis, Lady Mist. Um, I want you guys to remember to take those moments. I want you guys to remember to take those moments of personal success, personal satisfaction, personal achievement, personal victory, and live in that moment, in those moments of that experience. And know how to go there. And when you're having trouble and when you're feeling stuck, go there, go there, and stay there for a while and sit there and meditate, right? And think about and relive that experience and go there and that feeling and remember what the feeling is like and how you felt and your confidence and everything that came along with that experience. And those feelings, then take those feelings and that experience and take it for the, try to carry it for the rest of the day. I think it's really good to do this kind of stuff in the morning, right after waking up, where your subconscious is still the subconscious, your subconscious is still um, at a point where now your subconscious has a lot to do with creating your environment, because we influence our environment on a on a quantum level. We influence our environment, and like I said about stepping into a parallel universe, about the concept of quantum jumping, you want to be able to create a path that is better for you. That is the path that you want and not go down a negative path in your day. So starting the day in a very positive way, and every once in a while, start the day in victory. Start the day going back to that moment of victory, success, achievement, personal satisfaction. Live in the glory of that moment. Live in the celebration of that moment. What if you spent your whole day going back to a moment of celebration? I have seen people who are stuck professionally, stuck emotionally, stuck in unhealthy dynamics with friends and family. I have seen people turn it around when they have identified one, two, three, a couple of moments of personal victory, achievement, celebration, and they can go step back into that celebration. They can go step back into that celebration and change their day, turn their day around. And so can you. So can you. And your emotional state is what's going to determine what the rest of your day is going to look like and what's coming. And stepping into that victory and success and achievement and celebration. And I really like the word celebration, because whenever you experience that awesome experience of victory, success, achievement, you went ahead and celebrated you in emotionally, or you actually did something, or you made yourself pancakes, right? Like our friend in the chat, you made yourself pancakes, and and or you did whatever, or you went out with your friends, or you opened a bottle of champagne, or you gave somebody a hug, and I want you to remember too, I want you to also remember how the loved ones around you treated you and congratulated you. And I want you guys to remember to go back to your parents congratulating you and your friends congratulating you, and people saying, "Wow, you did it. Congrats, my friend." And or your significant other, or your child, or your cousin or your sister, your brother, whatever, whoever it was, right? I remember, I'm going to share something. I remember a moment of personal victory where there was nobody home. And well, it wasn't, it was a moment of great personal satisfaction. And there was nobody home, but my dog was home, right? My dog was home and I celebrated it with my dog. I just celebrated it with my dog. And just, just being home, because I hadn't been home in a while. And being home and just being with my, beloved pet. And it's a good, I instead of the example I gave about, people congratulating you, it's just the warm reception of not having seen my pet in a while. So, guys, I want everybody to practice and, give us feedback, come back and leave us a message or give us a comment or whatever. I want you guys to think about trying to step into a moment of personal victory, personal satisfaction, and give it a try. Give it a try, guys. We got to wrap up, and I want to thank everyone in the chat for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful participation. Wonderful participation from everybody, guys. And I want to say thank you, Gaming Pirates and Colleen and Phantom and Lady Mist and Donnie Don and Nemesis and everybody who's been in here. Maria was in here too. Captain Phantom Nerd, Phantom Outsider. I'm repeating myself. I don't want to miss people. Cryptic and wonderful to have Cryptic in here and John DeMarco and so many others and Philip and Lady Mist and DJ Ronnie and so many and Sandra and Raymond and so many. And we got to wrap up. I just looked at the clock. So, but I want to thank everybody for being here, guys. Everybody for being here. And we're going to go straight to the outro. Guys, let us know feedback on this. When you try it, just try it. It helps you get unstuck. Guys. Try it. Let us know. Let me know. And whenever you're having a down moment, say, you know what? I'm not going to be in this down moment. I'm going to go back to that wonderful, awesome memory that I had. And it could be, you could have had it a long time ago. Hey, man, I had that as a kid. I had it 30 years ago, whatever, 20 years ago. Or it could have been last week. But wherever it was that you experienced that wonderful moment, step into that wonderful moment and be there and stay there for a while. And then carry that feeling with you the rest of the day. All right, guys. We have to go. I want to thank everybody for being here. And sorry, I looked at the clock and we got to run. It was wonderful. Thank you for the feedback, for the participation. I mean, thank you for the participation. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the sharing. So many people open their hearts and being vulnerable and sharing, and it means a lot. It really means a lot, guys. So thank you to everyone in here. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Everybody who is in the replay, listening to us in the replay. Thank you guys for being with us. And remember, it's important to enjoy life. If you're not enjoying it right now, step into a moment when you enjoyed it and carry that joy with you into creating new moments of joy and success. And that's the hack. That is the hack, guys. Take the moment of victory, of personal victory, experience it again, and take that feeling and that confidence into your day and create new moments and attract new moments of success. All right, guys. Lots of love and many blessings to everybody. We will have more inspiration updates. Last thing I'm going to do before I leave. The Inspiration WhatsApp channel. I'm going to put it into the chat. If you are not following the Inspiration WhatsApp channel, you need to, because that's where a lot of the oh, that's not it. You follow us, because once the ball gets rolling, and we are ready for launch, and we're done with pre-launch, that is going to be a great place to get updates easily. There you go. Well, let me put it in again. There you go. There you go, guys. That's the link. And that is the Inspiration WhatsApp channel. And again, when you're following a WhatsApp channel, your phone number is not there, your profile's not there. It's anonymous. It just shows up it's something different. It's from a community. It's a channel, so it's treated differently. All right, guys, take care. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your participation, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday or Monday on this beautiful, beautiful planet of ours, and have yourself a great week. Make it a great week, and live in your personal victory, my friend. Live in it. Live in it. Take it with you for your whole day and your whole week, and create something wonderful and new. All right. Take care, guys.
We're about to enter unexplored space. I know you're all just as excited as I am, so let's give this everything we got, and may the Force be with you.
You're an interesting species. We'll meet again.
We'll meet again, guys. Take care.